think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen.
All right, welcome to the Mailman Podcast. That's M-A-L-E, man, for men after legitimate estrogen-free masculine approaches to the nowadays. And today, I did the album release last week. Get that monkey off my back, hence the thumbnail for this round. And I'm going to go over what it's like to use GarageBand. And the second thing that gave me the idea here was Superman, that new movie where they have the monkeys typing it out, which is retarded. They should have just had those monkeys write that script because, anyway. But anyway, things are so easy that a monkey can do it. That's what I'm going to do today. We're going to use GarageBand to do like a bare bones kind of start to finish. Well, not complete, because that would take a little bit longer, but basically how to slap a song together when you basically have no knowledge or musical talent. And I think GarageBand is one of the easiest programs to use. It also has a lot of functions as you progress that you can learn, develop your skills over time, and eventually get to like instruments. So the only prep work that I did for this was I downloaded all the sound effects that you can use on GarageBand, which are mostly free. I think you can probably get away with basically just using the free stuff. And I've definitely played music before, but I know like 3 chords, and that's it. It's about as far as it goes. The rest of it I just do by ear. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go from start to finish using GarageBand. So let's go ahead and get into it with the intro.
Mailman Podcast coming to you. M-A-L-E coming to you. Talking about Minister on the internet. If you don't like it, you can go to hell. Mailman Podcast coming to you. M-A-L-E man coming to you. Ooh.
All right, we're back in action. So let me go ahead and pull it up, and there we go. So obviously with GarageBand, you're going to need a Mac, and basically that's it. You don't need anything else because everything you need is going to be on a GarageBand. So I do have some things that I'll pull up here in just a second that I do use, but for the most part, what we're going to be using today is actually no, completely, because I am bare bones in this. I'm going to be using basically just the old typing keyboard that's already on here. Now, as you get later down the road, because I don't want to forget to talk about these things, I'm not affiliated with anybody. So the things that I talk about up to this point, at least, Lululemon sponsor me. So I can get my hog all bunched up in your pants. But yeah, so I'm not affiliated with these. These are just things that I actually use. So first one that we're going to look at is going to be the this is the Akai Professional MPK Mini MK3 25 key USB MIDI keyboard. And I think this is, if you're looking for a tool, one that's mobile, and let's try to put that behind everything. There we go. All right, you gotta see that hot lady all right there. Make sure you like and subscribe is what she's saying. Oh man, can't believe I said that. So lame. All right, but yeah, so this little guy, now it's not gonna have weighted keys, but who gives a shit, right? You're just trying to have function with one device. This is going to do everything for you. Got the pads on the top, so if you want to do your drum beats or bass lines, whatever, however you want to do those. You can do that on the keyboard as well. But you also have your pitch shifter on the left. I know enough about music to sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. I'm not that smart. And then you have your arpeggiator buttons there below the pitch shift knob. Looks like that knob looks like the PlayStation controller, like below that. So that way you can have the automatic repeating sounds. I'm pretty sure that's correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, mofo. And then you have your analog volumes and things like that. You can do a lot of presets, and basically you have essentially like a full-fledged keyboard here, because you in conjunction with GarageBand, you can just adjust your octaves to go to a lower sound, higher pitch sound, whatever you do. So, but it's really awesome. I love this thing. You can carry it around in a backpack. So if you got like a MacBook and this little guy, you're basically all set. You can make beats all day long. Now, it's not necessarily just going to be beats. So if you are looking to do some like rock stuff, we'll get into that. You can certainly do that with this little guy, but you don't need it. You can actually do everything with your standard typing keyboard. So if you don't have the money, don't want to spend it, then you don't have to do that. Now the weird thing about this is I'm pretty sure this is the third. Okay, so this is the third version. So you can actually get cheaper, like older versions of this, and it should be fine. Now the other thing that I use is an Audio Technica. And we're actually, right now I'm using the Blue Yeti, which is great for podcasting. But I'll show you the difference when we get to the vocal stuff. Why I prefer this particular mic. So this is the, there we go. This is the audio, oh my God. Give me the cookies. How do I figured this out before, but I've forgotten how to do this. I'm trying to, how do I interact? I want to scroll down. I don't know why it does this. You do that. I did this before. Scroll. Tab. Ah, there we go. Perfect. All right. So this is the, I'm on GuitarCenter.com, but you can basically find these anywhere. I think this is the XLR one, so that means that weird three-prong looking old school thing that still works really well. But I use the USB, what is that, the old style, like the old printer cable plug-in. It's like a real square looking peg thing. So that's what I use. And this thing, so the price for this right now, the average cost was about 120, 150 for this. And this is basically exactly the same thing that I'm going to use today, that I bought 20 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that, for about the same price. So it's apparently still really good. Now, I love this thing. I think it's going to sound great. You'll see. Now, just some background knowledge. I was trying to find the exact one that I have. Apparently, Billie Eilish, or whatever her name is, used this AT2020 Audio Technica, a version of it, to record the vocals for a song called Ocean Eyes. I don't know that song, but I know the name. Yeah, it's a really cheap mic, relatively cheap. That'll get you some really great sound. Now, if you want to go analog and with your instruments, if you're so inclined, and we'll talk about the disadvantages of that, then I recommend doing some kind of audio interface. The one that I have now I've had for quite some time, and it's great. They obviously have other models. It seems like it's still pretty expensive. I want to say I paid not that much more than $100, and that's what it costs right now. So basically, and this is used. Holy shit! But basically, the reason I like this particular style one is it has your XLR inputs as well as your just standard guitar plugs there. Are there? Did I get that right? The microphone weird 3-prong thing, and the standard guitar plug. You can actually plug either one of those into that slot, and it'll work. Now the other thing is you can do all your monitoring and everything through the device, and it's USB, plug and play, really easy to use. Depending on the program that you're using, with GarageBand, it's seamless. It's beautiful. So all your power and everything is drawn from there, so you don't have to worry about that either. Now that's the other advantage of doing the USB version of the Audio-Technica AT2020. That's the one. Now they do have like a USB X or something like that. I'm not sure. If it's basically the same mic, then yeah, it's probably great. But the advantage of getting a USB mic is all the powers. There's a thing called like phantom power. You used to have to buy a little box separate to make that work. You don't have to do that. Just get USB everything. So USB MIDI device, USB this Tascam 2x2, so you can actually record two things at the same time. So if you've got 2 people, then you can do that. So that's another advantage of this. They do make a like MIDI made or not a MIDI M Audio made like the Solo, I think it was called, and that was really great for travel. This thing's a little heavy, a little bulky, so if you want something for a little more travel, then I highly recommend doing something like the Solo, if I remember correctly. Let me pull it up. Hang on. I think it was M Audio Solo. M Audio Track Solo. Yeah, there we go. That's a different company. What? It was this little box. A little big. Looks like there's like a Euphoria UM2 USB audio interface. Looks pretty small. But anyway, look it up. They made this Solo, but it was like the palm of your hand. It's tiny. So basically, it was just a guitar plug, and that's it. There wasn't anything else on it. So yeah, that'll get you started if you're looking for like if you're already kind of ahead of the curve, you know what you're doing. Then yeah, by all means, do that. But if you don't, you're starting from scratch. Then all you need is a Mac. You can do other programs, but I don't know. Even though I don't like the new version of GarageBand as much as the old one, it's still way easier, way more intuitive, I think. So let's take a look. All right. So we're gonna start from 0, right? And I'm gonna show you what you can do here. So once you select what you want, you can start wherever you want. Now, if you're going to do the mic, you can go ahead and set up your inputs however you want. You just want it as like left and right, or one side or the other. Also, you can check if you want to hear your instrument and play as you record. I always do that. It's just helps me keep in track with everything. Now, you can also plug in your instruments, or you got kind of one of the reasons they call it GarageBand here. You've got your drum rock, or right now it's set for rock, but drummer, and that's actually really cool. They didn't have before. And then just your MIDI. So basically, that's just your you have a keyboard that can do everything on your computer. That's essentially what that is. Now, before we get into that, GarageBand also has the option to do learn to play. So that takes fucking forever. So if you're motivated, then yeah, by all means, go do this. There's some really cool tutorials in here, but if I'm being honest, you can probably get a lot of what you're looking for just on YouTube. This is a little bit more like course related, and I'm sure there's some stuff out there on YouTube that's like this, but it's really cool. Let's see if intro. No, let's do chord trainer here. So, oop, I forgot about that. Let's turn that off. Oh yeah, I forgot. There we go. That's much better. Now, so we have this will go show you the chords that you want to play, and then you just essentially play them. I thought this made the sounds. Hang on. Press play the first chord to start chord training. Oh, I wonder. This probably means you need a plug-in. Okay, we're not going to do that. But you absolutely can do that. The other thing is there's piano. I don't know what this artist lesson is. I guess that's probably actual musicians. But pretty cool. A lot of cool things that you can do. You also have project templates. I never found any use for these. Basically, it just automatically sets up all the presets. So, for example, here's all the different sound effects that you can use, just kind of starting it off with it. But I find that to be a little bit more confusing. So I like to just start with the new project. Now, eventually you're going to find what you like as far as like the sound effects. And, there's something I'll show you on here in just a second that's kind of annoying that wasn't on the old one. And you'll have like your template, and I recommend doing that eventually. So right now we're gonna go ahead and start with the drummer, because that's really cool. But one thing that's kind of annoying is it has this limit to like how long this is gonna be. Now I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but basically you click what is that? Why can you not see everything? Hang on. Let me fix that. Nope, that's not it. Nope. There we go. All right. This is pretty annoying because I fixed this before. I guess that's all it's going to let me do. All right. Well, you can kind of see what I'm getting at here. So we'll do. So it's at the top right here. There's like a little tiny arrow thing right next to this this little bar. So this bar basically extends your meter there. So like your whatever that's called. I'm not going to use the right terms. But this little, there it is. This little thing here, this is going to allow me to extend that pretty far out, it's basically as long as I want. And you're going to want to just go ahead and make a template of that, unless you can figure out why the system's all retarded and how you can fix that. So, but for now, one of the main hotkeys that you're going to want to use is, depending on your version, it used to be Z, now it's changed to Enter. That takes you all the way back to the beginning. Now, if I remember correctly, it doesn't matter if you have a loop. Yep, there you go. So now the way that loops work, that's this little yellow bar right here that you can move around. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's just going to loop everything together. So it really doesn't matter that you can't hit enter and just go back to that, because it's going to start right where that loop is when I hit play, which is the space bar. So that's a really important thing to know there. Now, let's get into what it takes to make an actual song in here. So I guess the reason I'm bringing this up, because this is a really helpful tool to getting shit out. You got you got stuff in there. You gotta get your emotions out, right? Music is a great way to do that, and a great way to relax. And you don't always know how to do it, or you just don't have other people to do it with. Now, either way, that's what something like GarageBand is going to be awesome for. So in the past, you would have had to manually do basically everything, and it would have took you forever. So now they've got the preset like drummers, and it's actually pretty nice. Okay, so before you could have like a preset drum track, and then that was basically it. Now with this, we're gonna have the drum kit. So right now I've got pop rock with Kyle, my drummer here. So hang on, this is getting front. Oh, there it is. That's what I was trying to do earlier. Oh no, I'm trying to make this smaller so I can show you everything. I fixed this before. Now it's being an asshole. All right. No, don't do that. No, don't do that either. There we go. Okay. There, now you can see everything there on the right. I can also move this up like that when I need to. Oh my god, my jaw! It's in the way. Okay. But for now, we'll keep it like that. So, let's move that down. There we go. Now I got the whole screen. I don't know why they didn't save that setting. But yeah. So, I've got my little drummer categories here, so I can pick rock. And then, I guess I got to be on the program here. There we go. All right. So we got a nice little drum beat going there. Now, what's cool about this program is, one, you can change kind of like the type they're going to have there. You can also change what they're going to use. So now they're using those versus the hi-hat. Right. And they can change how they're using those parts there. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff you can get lost in here. You can also change that kind of stuff there. Pretty cool. So basically, whatever you want, you've got here. But with the presets, it's a little loud. I don't know how loud that is for y'all. Let's turn that down a little bit. But for the presets, pretty cool stuff, right? So you're not just limited to a specific drum sound that's just recorded. You can kind of mess around with this and do whatever you want with it. So you can actually go through. So I downloaded all these to, depending on how this goes today. Because like I said, I don't know where this is going to go. I didn't prepare anything except for download these things. Now, whatever kind of music you want, you got it. Oh yeah. What else we got here? Oh snap. Okay, we're getting more of my what we got here. There we go. Some Ace of Base. Okay. This. Oh snap. So yeah, basically whatever you want, you got it. Let's get into the, what is this? Hard rock. We're just gonna try to find a beat. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. All right. So basically you're gonna start with the foundations. All right. You need drums. You need bass. Okay. Like as far as I'm concerned, those are the most important parts of the song. They're basically everything is on top of that. Okay, so they're holding everything up. So you got a good drummer, great. You don't have a good drummer, GarageBand. Now, if you wanted to do this all individually, you could. Actually, I'll just quickly show you what that's going to be like. So we can gray that out, and we can add a new track. Okay. I use this one a lot when I'm doing the vocal stuff, but for now. Then you get to pick what you want to do. We're going to hit MIDI because we're going to use the keyboard. And then you can go down. This is where I'm going to have to pull it out front here. Whoop, hang on a second. There you go. Okay, so we're going to go down to this bottom part here. And where's my mouse? There you go. And then you can go through and change all of your types of thing you need to do. So we can do drum kit. Let's see, what do we got here? This is probably pretty. That sound. All right. Ooh, let's get back to the beginning. And now, how do I actually make some sound here? We're gonna go to View, or no, Window. Sorry, and I'm gonna say Show Keyboard or Musical Typing. So if I do Show Keyboard, it's gonna give me a visual keyboard, and I can, you know, do all my things there. Change the octaves however I want. We'll play around with that a little more. Now, if I wanted the other one, the musical typing, then it pulls up the keyboard. That's a little easier for the novice, I think. Right? You can just hit the letter that's on your keyboard. So, if you want to make a drum beat, you're going to want to do, what was that? I heard some buzzing. But anyway, you're going to hit record, which is R. And then you're just going to have the, right? And you can do all that individually if you wanted to. Now, because we're not quite there yet, we're not making things from the beginning. Actually, I'll show you that later. We're going to go with this SoCal drum beat. All right, that's going to make it a lot easier for us. Let's go ahead and delete that track. And now another resource. So if you're a singer or you think you are, then you can just go to like YouTube. Like if you start like a YouTube channel or go to the not start a YouTube channel, you can just, anybody can do this, I guess. So just go to the studio, and there's free audio on there. So as long as you're posting on YouTube, I think is the stipulation there. And just make sure you don't have to give anybody credit. So they have different options for ones that you have to give credit for. But basically, you can do things like, this is what this is from. Hang on. Let's do this one. This was a pre-made beat song from YouTube. And I just did, lyrics over it for a segment that I did a long time ago.
YouTubers, you never had a tool in you, but I've got a tool for you. So open wide. I've got a tool.
Right. I just think it's funny. That's why I let that go. But yeah, so and that's using the Blue Yeti. So the sound is still pretty good on that one. But let's go ahead and start. So we've got our drum beat down. What do we need next? We need a bass line. So we're going to start a new track, and we're going to use that MIDI. And then, because we might change this drum later, depending on what we come up with. So it's going to start with some kind of piano style thing. We don't want that. We want, if you want, you can do like actual bass. So I like this Liverpool one. Let's do musical typing. So, right, that sounds pretty cool. But we're trying to do real easy stuff. So we're gonna go to the arpeggiator. I'm not sure if that's how you say that, but go to synth bass. We're gonna find something in here. So same thing. We're going to need this musical typing. All right. Okay, and what do we got here? Okay. Jesus Christ. I have no idea how loud this is. All right, but we're gonna have that drum beat going, just so we can. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit so we can get. There we go. This is gonna be so much fun. All right, I'm not sure how I like that one, but let's see. All right, let me turn this down just a little, and then we can get what we like. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Everybody scream! All right, all right. Okay, here we go. And then now we need to get the a different drum beat because I don't like that one. There we go. All right, let's see. Oh shit, I forgot about this. I like 120 tempo or like a 105 when, you know, somewhere in that range. But you can change that pretty easily with this little dial here. So if you notice that drum beat's not quite what you're looking for, you can, as far as like the speed goes, you can adjust that. Okay, we're gonna stick it on 110. That's pretty good. Let's see. Nope. So here's your octave. You can go up and down. So you got, right? Oop, can't even hear that. Right? Okay, so let's get something down here. We can always change the sound effect later. Was that? That's a. You spin me right round, baby, right round, record baby, right round, round, round. I think that's it. Oh, too far. Hang on. Are we getting there? Hang on. Where's it at? I'm missing it. Hang on. That's getting somewhere. Hang on. Let's try that. All right. All right. Now the cool thing here is that sounded like shit, right? Meaning it was off key, or, you know, off timing, whatever you want to call it. Correct me in the chat so people know what the right terms are. If you double click on your little thing you just recorded, then it pulls up this neat little thing which I use all the freaking time. So you can move these around octaves however you want, and you can move them to perfectly go where you want. You can make them longer, shorter, but basically you can just make what you did shittily perfect. Okay. Uh-oh. Why? Ah, there we go. Aha! Wait a minute. Did I just realize why this thing was all jacked up? I think I messed up my, I did find out. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, so let's try this again. So now, we can move all this stuff over. To be perfect. All right. And then we got there. All right. Now I don't quite like where this is, so let's see here. What was this sound effect? So before it was over here. Right? That's okay, but kind of like this better. I think it was this one. The Black Keys. Yeah, it's much better. Okay. All right, we got something to go with here. Let's see if now we can go back over here. Oh shit. Hang on. We can go back over here and change that sound effect. So now we're gonna go. We're not gonna mess with any of this stuff, but this is pretty cool too. You can change the tones of that sounds that are coming through here. So this is kind of like your it, just like it says, transform pat. So basically, for example, play this. But we're going to do that full. Sounds better at the moment. But we also want to see if we can change it to something else. Let's see. Oh, snap. Hang on. Let's try something here. Because that sounds pretty damn cool. We're going to do duplicate settings here. We're going to copy that and we're going to paste it into here. I'm going to change this one to that one that I had. That's the one. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. Okay, that's something we can work with, right? Okay, nice. All right, so now we got our kind of like foundational riff there. Now we're going to want to add a little oomph to it. And we're doing this kind of all at the beginning. Don't worry about that. We'll fix that later. Because we're gonna want to spread all this out. Now, kind of just leave it as is right now with this classic electric piano, because you'd be surprised sometimes that sounds great. But let's just find out. See what it sounds like. Okay. All right. Maybe a little bit higher. Not quite what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and change the, because we're doing a little bit more synth here, which is super easy to do. Let's go with synthesizer. Okay. Now this one is super duper cool. Let's see what we got here. What this is going to be like. Let's see. Okay. Not what we're looking for. Oh. There we go. You can do Zolo. Just playing around here. Get a little higher pitch. Hang on. That K, that's the one. That's pretty dope. Let's go with that. All right. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, so we'll see. Let's go with something simple. We'll do that for like the kind of the ending there. But for now, all right, hang on. Let me mess around with that again without recording there. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I like that one. All right, let's do that. Okay, now remember we got to go back and we got to fix our mistakes. So let's go ahead and open that up and bloop. Oh shit. So yeah, you can definitely move. Let me turn that off for now. You can definitely move. Excuse me. Ooh. Where's this at? Hang. Okay, that's definitely too early. Definitely too early, so that means be there. Okay, boop, and where that needs to be. I don't know where my little scroll thing at the bottom is gone. I don't know where it is. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. Now I'm gonna teach you some lessons learned through all my GarageBand mistakes. One of those is gonna be when we finally get this ready. You don't want to like when we start looping these across. For example, the drum beat's probably just going to go for the whole fucking thing. So the instinct would be to just drag this the entire length of the song. But what you want to do is drag it as long as that section is, and then, you know, start a new one. So for example, this is section 1, I'm going to copy and then plop in for section 2, you know, whatever, for the chorus or whatever you want to call it. Now, we've got our little thing. We fixed it up. Let's see what that sounds like. All right, all right. Okay, so that's gonna be kind of like our little intro there. So like I said, we're gonna want to put in our intro. Let's see what we want this to sound like though. Do we want to start with the drums and the bass there? Or maybe we just want to start with the bass there. So let's see. Take off that loop. And we're going to start at the beginning. Remember, enter. That sounds pretty nice. There's going to be a lot of repetition here. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Oh, all right. Now let's try something else. See what that sounds like without this and see if maybe that's going to become our chorus. Okay, now we're gonna try something else. Let's go ahead and let's delete this real quick. You can always bring it back. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Okay, now let's also do something else. Might sound interesting. Okay. Try that. That's still fast. That's why I like 110. Alright. I kind of like it with the drum and the bass at the same time at the intro. So we're probably going to go with that. Right. Let me know in the chat if anybody's in there. I can't even tell. I'm probably all by myself. Don't wanna be. Oh man, we're gonna get into some fun stuff later though. All right, so this seems like the best little intro there. So, and I think we're gonna move this to that's gonna be our chorus. Okay, so remember we got our little. Oh, there it is. Why aren't you always there? Why is that going away? This is what I was looking for earlier. Couldn't find it. That looks like a new feature because when yeah, there it is again. What the hell, man? That's some BS. Should be there all the time. But okay, so we're gonna keep these short because we're gonna make them longer later. But so now we have our sections. And boop. Let's just see what this sounds like as a run through here. So it's kind of like the excuse me, intro in the oh man, mailman podcast. All right, I can deal with it. I can dig that deep groove synth bass, son. All right. Mm-hmm. You can tell I like the 80s. Ooh, okay. Like it. All right. So, we're gonna also go ahead and pop in our drums again. Damn it, where's that thing at? Oh my god. Oh, why are you going away? I need my scroll. Why is it doing that? Why are you doing this to me? Seriously, why is that? Okay. I don't know how to fix that. All right, let's go here. Oh my god, so much. Why? Okay. It's gonna make me play it every time in order. That's a dumb, stupid. This should always be there. Okay. So we want to match this, but not be the same. We're gonna work on our bridge here. Okay. This one. Oh. Okay, let's just keep it with that regular baseline. So we're gonna move our loop to where we're working at. Ooh. You actually need to do it in this where the numbers are. Numbers are. I got my noise gate pretty high to cancel out the background noise for the podcast. Sounds great, but it does. If I get too far away from the mic, it doesn't quite catch. So, now I think I was messing around with this thing. I think this is the one. I forgot because when you copy paste, so basically I copied this and pasted it into, even though it's a different sound effect, it kept the name. I don't know why that is. Kind of wish that wouldn't do that. I wish it would change this, but whatever. It's a little nitpick there. But let's see. I think it was this one. This is when I was doing the. Oh, I need the musical type in there. That is not. What the hell's that? Hang on. I want to duplicate. Oh, that's why I said new software instrument track. Okay, we want to do a new track with duplicate setting, right? Settings. There it is again. That noise gate. All right. So let's get that musical tapping though. I think it was one of our friends trying to read that Danzig album, Black Acid Devil. And he was like, Black Acid Devil. I don't know why I just thought of that, but it's hilarious. All right, so. Whoa, shit. Where was I? I think it was I here? Nope. Oh, okay, that's maybe not too bad. I think we're going to need a different sound effect here. So let's do, excuse me. I'm going to do that. I'm going to let this play. Holy shit, what the hell's that? Hang on. Oh, God. Oh, my loop's too long. That's what she said. Man Podcast. Lululemon. That's not. It's not good for either, but that's interesting. All right. Echolocation. Oh, turn this down a little bit. There we go. Ooh. There's a lot of cool sound effects in here, but not what we're looking for. But this is cool that you can just keep going through. That's a cool one. Hell no. That'd be cool for something else. That's like Revenge of the Nerds or something, right? That's a dope-ass song they made, though. Let's see. I do like these, like, ambient sounds. I think there's actually like an ambient thing on here somewhere. Oh, that's fucking, hang on. It's too high pitch. Oh shit, where was I? How do I get out of this? Ah, soundscape. God damn it. Fix it. Rhythmic. Here we go. That's where I was. Okay. Oh, snap. We'll find something here. Let's see here. What do we got? EDM chords. Let's see what that's gonna be like. We're looking for... What are we looking for? God awful sounds. Jesus. Man. Get me the hell out of here. Alright, I might just have to go with the carbon particles. Jesus. Oof. I need a break. God damn. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get out of this. I do want the synthesizer. Let's with this EDM bass. Let's see what that sounds like. No. Okay. Let's save this one. Hang on. See what this. Let's see what happens here. Just curious. Okay. Interesting sound. I don't quite like it, but we'll see. Just gonna skip around here till I find something. Let's see. Oh no. God damn! This is part of the process. Deal with it. Oof. I'm in the wrong area. Hang on. Let's see. Let's do. Right. Yeah, we definitely want to be in here. Oh, lead. There we go. I forgot about this. Yeah. There's definitely something in here. Hang on. Oof. Goddamn. But I made this lead. Alright, we don't want any of that. It's gotta be in here. Oh shit. Look for something soft. Let's see here. Dopamine. Epic hook synth. Jesus, some of these names. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's see. What is this? Okay, okay. Paper thin. That's not paper thin. What the hell is that? Oof. Some shit in here. Let's go with this mystery synth lead. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay. So, we had this sound. We want this. Maybe we'll get a little higher pitch there. There it is. That's the one. Okay. All right. Now let's see what we can do here. Okay. We're just fucking around here. Oh, we can get in there. Dun, dun, boom, boom. Oh, wait, hang on. Maybe. Ooh, that J is bad news. Here we go, I think. There, the G. G bass. Okay, I think I got it. I hit that J again. Damn it. Damn you, J. Fucking J. All right, hang on. H, there we go. It's bouncing a little too much there, so let's see what happens here. Maybe it's in a loop here. Okay, let's try that. So we're gonna try to loop that around. And shit. Let's just see. Oh my goodness. Oh, why? Just give me the damn scrolling bar. That thing. That's what I want. That. Why does it go away? It's so dumb. All right. Ooh, I don't like that at all. Let's go. Let's go back to the old school. There we go. Bloop, bloop. What's this remind me of? It reminds me of some kind of sound. There we go. Okay, so now if we look here, this is a good learning moment here. We've gone a little bit too far here, so we can actually make that shorter and loop that route here. Okay, so let's see what that sounds like together. Good. Okay, so we're going to move this kind of offset a little bit. So let's see. We're going to do this kind of the same there, but let's get our thing. Ooh. What? Damn it. Did the electric piano again. I want to duplicate. There we go. Okay. Let's do a little too deep. Okay, so let's try to do something with this. Okay. So if you notice, I did like crappy at the beginning there, but same thing. I can cut that out and then go back to. Oh my goodness! Why? Where are you? Oh, I see what. Hang on. There it is. So apparently, that needs to go over there. That. Delete. And over here, go ahead and move you there. Yeah. Now, got our little tune. We want that to keep going. Okay, we can deal with that. Ooh, that might be a good beginning there. So we'll probably come back to this. Oh, hey, little girl. My dog showed up. Okay. Sounds pretty cool. Okay, let's try that. Okay, let's see how that goes. We're gonna do something like this. Where we wanna make that change. Gonna put that like so. Oh, guess you can't do that. All right, we're gonna copy paste that. How about that? Oh, what the hell happened? Hang on. Let's see what actually happened there. I don't know what happened there. Fuck. All right, let's try that again. All right, now let's see what that sounds like. Oop, our little. Oh yeah, this is. There's a lot of things I don't like, but this I really like about the new version here. So let's say I made my loop pretty long, but it's a little too long. I can actually just go boop and cut it short. Saves so much time. Love it. Okay. And then we're going to kind of drop this back in. I'm going to see what this sounds like. Oh. You remember that section by section here. All right, so that sounds better with that. All right, so we got a little bit of a ditty here. Remember, we're not professional. We're just getting something together. We're slapping it together. Now, there are a lot of rules of thumb that I don't know shit about when it comes to like bridges and stuff. So go look that up. Go YouTube it. But for now, this is all I got. All right. I don't know why it keeps making me do this. But what did I say? That was a pretty cool beginning there, right? Let's try something out here. All right, let's see. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what this is like. Oh, god damn it. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to do this. Let's see. That's interesting. Let's see if it's better the original way. Easy enough. We can, all that stuff. Okay. Versus. I don't know. Let's try it again. I gotta hear it again, I think. Ooh. Yeah, I think we can keep that as the main one there. Sounds better. And that makes that little extra sound a little different there. All right, so now we're going to go into moving all this stuff over. All right. And let's do... That's not what I wanted to do. Copy pasted. Copy pasted. Pasted it. Why is this? There we go. The new one, I don't like it as much. Do a lot. So go ahead. Oh, you son of a bitch! You be able to see everything here. Okay, we're gonna move this over. There we go. And we're gonna extend. Where's the slider? Why? view. No, whatever. Okay, it's gonna make me do this like this. I gotta play it just to freaking get. I don't understand. Why is that a thing? Okay, so we don't need this doubled up because we can loop it. Okay, these are also gonna be here, and we're gonna loop this. That's pretty good for now. Keep it at that. All right, and then we got our little blah 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 thing there. Okay. Oop. Just to move that there, and oh my god, the stupid why? Why is that not there? How do you fix it? Hang on, I'm gonna figure this out right now. The bottom scroll is that what it's called? All right. GarageBand bottom scroll bar missing. Okay. It's likely due to your system preferences for scroll bars. To fix it, go to the system preferences, then general, and then change the show scroll bars. Why would that ever be off? Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's go fix this right now. Where would this be? Oh my god. Why? All right. I don't know where it is. So I'm not going to be able to fix that. That's frustrating. Okay. So let's go ahead and deal with this for now. Maybe it's this. Is that why? Oh my god, is that it? No, that's not it. I have that one, but I need to go left and right. Okay. Okay, I can use the arrow keys. There we go. Sort of. What? Okay. Oh my god. All right. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move these over. Oh, there we go. And you'll see what I'm doing in a minute here. Okay. Now that is pretty good. We want this one. Let's just double check. That's 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna drop that in. We'll move this over. What are we going? Hour and 20 minutes so far, and basically got our whole thing laid out here. Oh my god, why are you jumping ahead? Like, that's completely not where I was. All right. Fuck this thing. It was there before. Like, see? Ugh. That should never, ever not be there. Okay. And how long is this going to be? All right. This needs to move down here. That down there too. Okay. And I'll make that a little longer. And essentially what we're going to do here is we're just going to make a really cheesy bridge. That's not really a bridge. Just to make something happen here. So novice knowledge. It basically just needs to sound different but still make sense within the song. All right? That's like just the very base information about that, and not very good information either. So, let's see, how long does that need to be built up? We're probably good with that right there. Let's just end it there. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Fuck. Hang on. All right. Yeah, let's do this. Do that. And do that. And then let's try another little thing here. Loop it. Oh, I need my keyboard. We haven't even gotten to the the fun vocal stuff yet. All right, let's see. Nope, not that. Okay, here we go again. Okay, let's try that. Nope. Let's fix that. Delete. All right, let's try again. I just realized what happened there. It deleted my thing. I was like, what the hell? That sounds like shit. All right. Okay, let's try something like that. All right. All right. That's good enough for now, because remember, we're just kind of making something simple here. Jesus Christ. Bam, bam. All right, let's move ourselves along here. Oh my God. Why does it jump ahead like that? That's retarded. Should not do that. Okay. Remember, we gotta fix our mistakes. Oh, that's... Move that again. Yep. We want to do up here. Hey, it didn't jump that time. I don't understand. What was the difference there? Let's mute that, because that's gonna get fucking annoying. All right. See? In some cases, less intelligent than a monkey. And I can do it. So you can too. You hear? All right, let's see how this sounds. Okay. All right, let's see how that sounds in tune there. Okay. Oh my god. Now what's happening? There we go. A little sudden, so let's see. Try this. Okay, all right. We're gonna let that ride actually for one more beat there. I kind of like it. Let's see here. Let's move it over. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, wait, hang on. There we go. All right. Oof. It's gonna come back. Oh, you bastard. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's gonna be so much better when I figure this out. This little scroll bar. It was totally there when I was doing my voiceover stuff. And I don't know what the hell happened to it. Okay. Excuse me. What is this? Hang on. Oh. Too much. Hang on. Would you like the mustache on or off? Too bad. All right. Holy shit. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. This is okay. Yeah. So I want this. And I do want. Oh my God. Where's that scroll? So goddamn frustrating. All right. So let's do this. And then we'll do this. Okay. Oh, you. Come on. Then now we're gonna put this on the end and see what that sounds like. Boop. Boop. Okay. Oh my God, where are you? Where is it? There. All right, let's try this again. All right, that's good enough. So now let's get into the fun stuff. Okay. So now we're gonna get into our. We're gonna want to loop this. This is gonna be our bridge, right? So this is gonna be the dumbest thing that I can think of to say part, as Justin Hawkins from The Darkness has once said, if I remember correctly. So, all right, we're gonna do this in a couple of different. Oop, hang on. Bear with me. All right, so now I've switched over to GarageBand as the microphone. So my presets that I had for this is just stock at the moment. So my presets that I had for my podcast are not there, which is why I sound the way that I do. That being said, now with no presets, nothing on here, let's see what the difference is between the Yeti microphone and when I switch over to the Audio Technica. Now this is just right out of the box. And let's just see. That is a significant difference there, right? Now, a lot of the background noise is already cut out, and I haven't adjusted anything yet. So, I do have a bit of a weird echo here. I'm not sure. Is that on the Yeti as well? So let's see what that is. Hello? Hello? Okay, there we go. All right, and easy enough. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right. So here's a couple of cool things that you can do with this. Let's boost that up quite a bit. Now you hear that background noise. Now with the podcast, I'm going to use this noise gate. Now what this is going to do is cut out any background noise unless I'm actually making sound. So it's going to not be the greatest for the demonstration. Good for the podcast, for this, not the best. We can do some of that editing later. The other thing that you can do is boost up the recording level, right? And that's going to, if you notice that a lot of that sound in the background is going to pick that up. So you might want to do it a little bit lower. That being said, the background noise is still going to be there. So you're going to have to figure all that out later. Let's see what that does. And I think that's yeah. So it's automatically doing this, and I don't like it. It's too loud there. So let's see what we do here. Maybe we get the recording level up. Fix this noise gate. And let's see. Is it actually working? I don't think it is. There we go. Okay, that's it's slightly better, but it's still kind of like a choppy kind of situation here. So we're gonna have that background noise, and we can fix that later with some adjustments. But we're not gonna get into all that stuff at the moment. We're just gonna fuck around here. Okay, so with this, we've got all of our cool little presets for our vocals. If you want that dance, dance revolution sound, and as my record level's way too fucking high. Right? Okay. So this is a pretty cool one to mess around with. I like it. But it is going to have some of that, I think it's the flange or whatever on there. So it kind of sounds a little weird. And also with your trying to get your background out of there, it's going to be tough. It's going to pick up a lot of that stuff. Now, one cool thing that you can do here is mess around with all of these and find one that you like a lot. And this one's not too bad. What we're going to mess around with, though, is I think what everybody's been waiting for is that T-Pain sound. So how do you do that on GarageBand? Real fucking easy, okay? So if you want to do this in other places, maybe you have to get like a program that specifically does auto-tune or something like that. Well, it's built right in, okay? So you get whatever vocal you want. You can do standard, classical, whatever it is. And you can just go up to this little edit button up here. Click that. And then from there, you can do pitch correction. So you're going to bump that all the way up. And do you believe in love after love? You can sound like Cher. Or T-Pain, depending on who you want to be. But yeah, so basically that's the easy auto tune, and it does take a little bit to get used to, but once you do it, I think you'll be able to figure it out. So you just kind of have to. It's better with the higher pitches, So if you're trying to do the R&B or something like that, like much better for that kind of pitch there, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. So we're actually going to leave it on for now because we'll see how this goes. Now, there's there's a lot to be said with just making sounds, right? So basically, you're gonna want to get the tone of what you're gonna want to say, and maybe like the beats of it, and you know this. What is it? What the hell was her name? Tom's Diner. Is that what it is? Tim's Diner. Tom's Diner. That one. That is. If the story is true, she just kind of went in with, "Here's my idea," and then it eventually became part of the song. Was that Savannah something? Hang on, let me look this up. What the hell's her name? Suzanne Vega. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tom's Diner. So check that song out. Pretty cool. And let's see here. Let's see what we got.
Do you believe in love after love?
That actually sounds good.
Do you believe in love after love?
We're gonna turn that down just a little. I got a little too much T-Pain. Let's see if I can adjust my record and level. There we go. Let's see. Get some. Maybe hum it up. Just get a little gibberish in there, and then you'll find it. And then you can write the lyrics later. Maybe I need more T-Pain then. I need some water. That's what I fucking need. Holy shit.
I need a drink of water to pull me down.
Too much T-Pain. Let's try like half. Let's try that. See what that's like.
And I need a drink of water to pull me down. And I need a drink of water to pull me down.
So this is where you're compensating for this T-Pain. So it gets, you gotta work with it here.
I need a drink of water to cool me down. I need a drink of water to cool me down.
Let me try to do that normally and see how it comes out. I don't even know it, because I got the headphones. We'll see.
Well, I need a drink of water to cool me down.
It's hard. It's really hard.
I need a drink of water to pull me down.
Maybe we'll just bump this up to 70. Because I want a
Little more twang in there, little more twang in there. I need a drink of water to cool me down. I need a drink of water to cool me down. I need a drink of water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Let's see.
we'll see. Actually, I want a little bit higher there. Let's see. Let's get a lot more of that twang. Let's get that T-Pain in here. Let's see. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. Ooh, baby, I need. Shit. Let's see. Oh, what are you doing? Why aren't you going to the back? I need a drink of your water to cool me down. Let's try that again. Drink of your water to cool me down. Maybe I need to do a higher pitch. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. Oh, let's try it. Oh, shit. All right. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. All right, let's try. Let's do. Let's do this. I'm just kind of curious. Let's see. I'm gonna get a T-Pain one in the T-Pain one in there, and let's see what we can do with the other one. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water. Shit. Let's try one more time. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. One more time. Lose my voice. Let me drink some water. Speaking of. Let's go. Ready? I need a drink of your water to cool me down. All right. Let's see what that sounds like. Remember, that's going to be our chorus, so we're just going to loop it. Make it easy. Jesus, make it easy. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. A little bit off there. Let's see here. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. Hang on. Please give me a drink of your water to I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your It's hard when you're trying to compensate here. Try it. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I had it, I think, not too long ago, and I erased it, so we're gonna do this again. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need more water. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. choose tracks. There we go. We're going to put that there, and we're going to put that there, and then we're going to loop it. There we go. That's good enough. Oop, shit. Excuse me. Oi. There you go. All right. I think that was all that trying to compensate in the windpipe.
I need a drink.
Oh, fuck me. I got to record it again. All right. Last one. Here we go. I got it.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Oh, wait a second. Hang on. I think I can fix it. Hang on. I can fix it by singing better. That's one way to do it. Woo! Where is that? There we go. Let's drop that down a little bit. Maybe it's a little too much. Oh, I think this helps too. I'm not 100%. Let's see. All right.
I need a drink of your water to pull me down.
That's what I was missing. Limit key. Use that. All right, let's try that again.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
All right, so remember that. Pitch correction, you're going to want to put that limit key on. So limit to the key that you're singing in, precisely is what we're talking about there. So we're going to make that short enough to loop, and let's do it.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
It's a little off, but let's see.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
I think I'm a little fast or something there. Let's see.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Shit, I lost my voice.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
All right. I think that's pretty good. For a demo here anyway, we're doing just how to make a song.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool.
I think I started like a split second too early there. Let's see.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Let's see if that's on key.
I need a drink of your water to cool.
So we need that intro there. So we're going to extend that, and we're going to make a duplicate track. And we're going to pop that right in there again. Which I think it's actually here. That's not what I was trying to do. You should be on this track. There we go. Let's see what that sounds like then. Now.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Alright, that's what it was. Okay, so we're going to now this is what I was talking about where you can fix some of this. So we're going to cut out some of this here. So we're going to just move that there, and then we're going to move over to this back end, and we're going to do the same for that. We're going to cut out all that excess sound. Now, if you have this, so for example, if I'm going to do, if this happens again, so I sing here, there's a long stretch, and then there's another part where I'm singing again, you can cut that out as well.
delete. So, boop, like that. All right. So now let's hear that again. In sequence. Ooh.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
It's so stupid. Oh, that is literally the dumbest thing I could have said. And it's going to be the hook. All right.
I need a drink of your water to
We're going to stay in line with that for the verse here. We're just going to come up with something ridiculous. My nose is running like crazy here. Hang on. Okay. Woo! We're going to keep that T-Pain voice all the way through. Because it's fun. All right. Let's see. Now we're going to want to loop this part. We need to know what this is going to sound like.
ooh, baby,
There we go. All right, we're just going to riff it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay. Oh, let me get a swig of water, as the song suggests. I think I was saying pull me down when I first started doing that, but it's cool me down. Yeah, it's much better. Okay. Let's actually start from here. Ooh. All right, I think I know what I'm doing. So let's go back here. I'll try to put some words here. We'll see what happens.
oh, you're my darling baby, I love you always. 'Cause you're my baby, I love you always, always. To the darkness comes a light rises above the soul. You're my girl, always till no more.
Oh, let's try that again. I got like a weird too high pitch there going. All right, one more. We're almost there.
You're my baby girl, and I love you always. Yeah, you're my life. Ain't nothing gonna stand in my way. I love you always.
Is my I think my pitch thing is off here. That's a pretty good start there. I think we're getting there. I think I got a handle on the lyric there. Ha ha! I was on a different track. No fucking wonder. All right, hang on. What is this? Hang on. I only did that. So there's the. Okay, yeah, there we go. So I want not that one. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, That's why it's all weird. Okay, I was on the... Yeah, there we go. Now I'm on the right one. There we go.
Yeah, baby girl, in other ways. Ain't no others gonna get in my side. No way, no way. All the word I go across, it's you. Only you on my mind, on my mind.
All right. I'm going to work with that tone real quick. I think I got it, though. Let's see. I think this is pretty good.
I am a baby girl and I love you always. Ain't no other gonna be my way to see you. Don't get distracted by nothing at all, just your eyes. Your eyes look down me like I wanna be on my knees, just praying, baby, baby, please, oh please be my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
All right. Let's see how that is. There's a couple of parts in there where it was just not good, but we'll see. I kind of want to make this a little longer there. So let's see. Let's see how that looks, or how that sounds there.
I am a baby. I am a baby girl and I love.
Oh, yeah, we need to extend that out here a little bit. Get that in there. All right.
I am a baby girl and I love you always. Ain't no other gonna be my way to see you. Don't get distracted by nothing at all, just your eyes. Your eyes look down me like I wanna be on my knees, just praying, baby, baby, please,
There's that part.
oh please be my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. I need a drink of
Okay, I like how that ended out there, but we're gonna try that one more time there. But we're gonna keep that because I did like it. So we're just gonna mute it though. Beep, boop. There we go. So now we don't lose it. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. Or so I heard. T-Pain's so fun to do. I think, yeah, I think we're moving quite along here. Took about 2 hours, but that's fine. We'll do 2.5 here, I think. All right.
girl, you're my baby girl, and I love you always. Ain't no other girl gonna stand in my way, my way. To you, it's only you, no distractions on me. Baby, you wanna get down on my knees and pray.
chance on me. Let's try that.
Baby, please, oh please take a chance on me, 'cause all I need is I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
All right. Let's see.
Oh please take a chance on me, 'cause all I need is I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
I think there's another part there. Hang on. God damn it! I wish this stupid thing was there.
Please take a chance.
Oh. All right. Let's see.
Oh please take a chance on me, 'cause all I need is
So there's only one thing for me. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. There's only one thing. What's the dumbest thing I'd say? There's only one thing, because you want to rhyme too. That's how you make an easy song. There's only one thing I need. No, I don't want to say that. There's only one thing to cure this in me. Okay, let's try that. What'd I say? Hang on, shit.
oh please
That's
take a chance.
take a chance on me. There's only one thing that shit. What did I say? Damn it. Take a chance on me. There's only one thing that can cure this need. Man, this. Hang on. Let's just try that. We'll try that.
Baby, please take a chance on me. There's only one thing I can cure this need. I need a drink.
Take a chance on me because there's only one thing to cure me. Yeah.
Baby, please take a chance on me, because there's only one thing to cure me. I need a drink of your water to cool me. Please take a chance on me, because there's only one thing to cure me. I need
Okay. I want to take out the because, even though I want to say it because it's in all those 80s songs. Because.
Baby, please take a chance on me. There's only one thing that can cure my need. I need a drink of your water to
All right.
please take a chance on me. There's only one thing that can cure my need. I need a drink.
That can cure need. I don't want to say need again. Let's see.
Baby, please, oh please take a chance on me, because I need a drink.
There's my because, son. Boom. All right, now we're going to get into this again. I need to hear what that sounds like first before I get into the second one. Oh. But we're going to cut out this little part here. There we go.
Girl, my baby girl, I love you always. And no other girl gonna stand.
All right, there we go. So what is this going to be like? Actually, we're gonna put the loop here, so that way I can come back really easily. So, for example, I start letting this ride, and then when you come back, oh shit, where is it? And then I can just loop it, come right right back. Boom, son. All right, and then let's see. All right. Ain't nothing else to do. All right, let's just start riffing it. See what comes out.
You're just my baby girl, and I'm in love with you. It's just sweet like candy. I wanna lick it all over and under you.
It's getting weird. All right, let's try that again. I'm not really sure what I just said, but we'll see.
There's nothing else to do, and I'm in love with you. You're my baby girl, and I'm in love with you. With you, there's always the thing to do.
That's pretty good there. Oh no. Remember, I lost my spot. There we go. That's why I use it. Oh, was that not even recording? Oh, I did delete it. Okay, we're fine. All right, let's try this again. Oh, actually, I want to do a duplicate track because I don't want to damage the one I already did. So let's do that. Let me get some water. Fuck me. Don't worry, we're almost done. We just got to do a few more edits. After this one, we're good.
Ain't nothing else to do, and I'm in love with you. Ain't nothing else in the world gonna take my time away, but you taking me for a ride.
Almost have it. Well, it's a little bit there. Good thing it's real short.
Ain't nothing else to do, and I'm in love with you. You're my baby girl, I'm so in love with you. Just put a smile upon my face like I never had before. Wanna bring you flowers to your door. Your door, knock, knock, I'm coming over soon. Gonna knock them boots off like you ain't never had before, because
Oh, that's why. Knew it was longer. I forgot. I'm gonna have to do that again. My bad. Sorry, folks. I forgot to loop the. Oh my god. Oh, why? Now it's not there at all. What the fuck? There.
forgot to loop the the chorus. I knew it was too long. My God. There we go. Oh my God, I hate you so much. Okay. Boom. There we go. Now I can have that because in there because I think I figured out where I want it. Now I just have to remember what the fuck I said. I don't remember what I said. I'll try.
Ain't nothing else to do when I'm in love with you. Ain't nothing else gonna get in my way for you.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it. All right.
Ain't nothing else to do when I'm in love with you. You're my baby girl and I'm so in love with you. With you, you put a smile upon my face like I never had.
Shit, it was way too long of in the same breath. I gotta have those pauses.
Ain't nothing else to do when I'm in love with you. And you're my baby girl, I'm so in love with you. Girl, you put a smile upon my face I never had before. I'm so happy, my girl, and I know that you bring me up above the clouds. I gotta start over.
Oh, it's so rough when you gotta do like these. You can't really do anything different. You gotta stick the landing. Or not the landing. You gotta stick the the pitch there. So we'll stick with that high pitch. I'll try not to go anywhere else. Ooh. All right. Oh shit.
Ain't nothing else to do when I'm in love with you. You're my baby girl, I'm so in love with you. With you, put a smile upon my face like I never had before. I'm so happy, my girl, and I want you more and more. I got you now. It's all I need is little weed. Smoke you like a rolled up joint until I bleed your name out of me. I need a drink of your.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Shit. You know what sucks? I'm gonna have to. I mean, it's not too bad, but we'll fix this first. This. What did I say there?
Your name out of me.
Let's try to do. Let's say this. I think that's where it's. Yeah. Okay. Good. So, basically, what happened there is my chorus there. Shit.
Yes, I need it.
So remember, it's offset, like just the hair there. So I'm gonna go ahead and extend this to where it is even, and then it doesn't really matter about the second one because it's already fixed. Oh Jesus! Why are you doing that? It's not where I was. I was
joint until I bleed your name out of. I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Alright, hang on. Let's see.
Smoke you like a rolled up joint until I bleed.
Alright, let's record.
Until I bleed, 'cause you got everything I need a drink of. Smoke you like a rolled up joint until I bleed, 'cause you got everything I.
Oh, that does not sound like I said everything, but I thought I did. Let's try that again. Here we go.
Until I bleed, because you got everything I need a drink. I bleed, because you got everything I need.
Everything for me. There we go. Let's try that. Cause you got everything for me.
Until I bleed, 'cause you got everything for me. I need a drink. 'Cause you got everything for me. I need a drink of your water to cool.
Cause you got everything. You got everything I need for me. Cause you got everything I need. Yeah, let's try that.
Until I bleed, 'cause you got everything I need. I need a drink of your water to cool. I bleed, 'cause you got everything I need. I need a drink of.
Let me try to extend that everything. Let's try that. Oh my god, right there.
Until I bleed, 'cause you got everything. I need a drink of your.
There we go. That's good enough. Alright, now let's get into the final part here. Is maybe I don't. All right. Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to extend this part, so let's just deal with that. Oh my god! I wish. Where's my damn? There. I know I had. I guess I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, there we go. Let's see. All right, there we go. Right. Damn it. Okay, there. Got my voice back. All right, so something like this. Get that a little bit longer. Better be fine. I'm not really sure where I'm at here. It's fine. Whatever. Who cares? I can always make a new track. All right, this is the last part. I got to redo that a little bit there. Let's loop this, see if I can get that tone right. There we go. Okay, let's try that. There we go. That's good enough. I guess it turned into a love song. We'll see. I guess that happens, right? They're real easy to do. It's like, was that the Christian rock songs? All right, now let's try this one. now, fuck it. I think I extended that a little further there. And then we're also to, where's that, not you. Ew, there we go. Ew. Oh. That's why this is really fun. There we go. Okay, now. That's good enough. All right, and around we're gonna go. Now we got our song there. Son of a bitch. Gonna start adjusting this volumes here. All right, and we're gonna do that in sections, right? You kind of want to get this like kind of just in that almost the excuse me almost the yellow there, and then
Girl, my baby girl, I love you always.
now obviously the vocals are like way high, so we're gonna
Girl, my baby girl, I love you always. Ain't no other girl gonna
you
stand.
typically want the vocal to be like
Girl, my baby girl, I love you always.
a little higher than everything else, because so you can actually understand what they're saying.
Girl, my baby girl, I love you always.
And remember, this is real crude.
Girl,
Now, if I was gonna do this like detailed, I would delete these little sections like this, but we're not gonna do that because that's gonna be. I'm already at 2.5 hours, so, but we're almost done. So we're gonna just go through and for now we're gonna do real basic volume control. Now, if you're gonna master this, you're gonna spend a lot of time here messing around with these and getting the volumes right. You'll probably put a background vocal on there as well. Shit, sorry. That definitely spices up the way everything sounds. Since we got T-Pain, we're not gonna worry about that. What we are gonna do is
it's only you.
try to get this over here. There we go.
Oh, please, baby, please. Oh, please.
All right. So if you notice, this is because I did that separately. It's slightly louder, so I'm gonna drop that down.
For me, baby, please. Oh, please take a chance on me. Because I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
All right. There we go.
Nothing else to do when I'm in love with you. You're my baby girl. Nothing else to do when I'm in love with you.
Actually, we want this to be. We got that intro there. I'm gonna record this one more time because that's a little off there as far as the timing goes. here's where it's a little weird. All right, let's see. Do one more, and I think we'll have it. Oh, I fucked up the very last part there. Let me get a water and then I'll be done. Too high in there coming in. Ooh, too high again. Too close to the mic. Hang on. That actually sounds better. The love, love, love versus la, la, la. Let's try that. Let's hear it. I think it's a little fade out thing here. Record, counted, no, mix. Oh, fade out. Me up, duh. All right. We're gonna do that right there. Let's see how that sounds.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
That sounds weird. Ah, that's why it sounds weird. Oh my God, why? There. All right. No. Oh my God. Edit, undo, edit. There. God, how do I get back to the where everything's normal? How do I get rid of this? Son of a bitch. This how do we get rid of all these? Track. No. Oh man. Right at the end too. Son of a bitch. Let's see here. This is off by like that much, I guess. Let's see.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Alright, now we gotta check.
I
No.
need, I need,
Why is that one like that? And this one is
I need,
actually supposed to be here.
I need,
Ooh, definitely not. Okay.
I need a drink.
Alright, nice. So we're gonna have that fade out. Let's try that again. That's what it is. Show automation. I don't want to do that. Okay. Where is the fade out though? Hang on. I do need to see that. That's way too far back. Why is it over there? Oh, no, it is. It is right. All right, let's see what that sounds like.
I need a drink.
Why is it? Oh, this one didn't move? What the hell? What's going on there? Hang on.
I need,
Yeah, hang on. Hang on. We gotta just start that over again. Let's not show automation. Let's go back to. There. Okay. This will fix it.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Oh, too many of those. Let's try these again.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down. I need a,
What the? Hang on. Why is that off like that? Hang on.
I need a drink of your water to cool me down.
Let's try this again. What am I?
I need a drink of you.
Wait, is that why? Because it's just off? Why you do everything in sections, because you can easily come back and fix all this stuff. That's okay, but I kind of want it to start a little earlier, so we're going to make that kind of extend it out there a little. There we go. All right, now we're going to listen and see what that sounds like, and let's hear it. Only took 3 hours to do this.
Make me wanna get down on my knees and pray.
there's a couple things I need to fix here. So this one, real quick, I'm gonna duplicate. I'm gonna drop that down. It's a little bit louder than the rest.
Like a root of joy till I bleed, 'cause you got everything.
All right, and then I think it was at about 41. Yeah, there it is. And need to extend that. And that's it. We got our song. Holy shit. I gotta be honest. I didn't have a lot of hope that it's gonna actually make a song. I thought I was gonna bomb. Let's see. But yeah, it's real cheesy and stupid. But there you go. That's how you make a song on. Hang on, let me switch over to this one so we don't have that craziness anymore.
But there you go. Switching over to the other mic there. But that's how you I got an echo here. Hang on. That's how you make a song in GarageBand. Really, really easy. We basically just did one in roughly about 2.5 hours from start to finish after I wasted all that time explaining all that stuff. And this is with bare bones, right out of the box MacBook, or I've got a Mac Mini, but Mac. So cheap Mac. If you got a TV, you can buy a really cheap Mac Mini. And then just download. You'll have to separately download the little files. So you'll actually see a little download button next to each one of these if you need to download it. You just click that and just wait until it's there. And you have all this stuff on here. Use your regular typing keyboard to do all the sounds, just like you saw here. Make those adjustments as you need, and that's it, man. You've got everything you need to get all that shit out of you, and whatever form of therapy you need. If music is one of those things you've been interested in, obviously if you have instruments and you know how to play those, you can use those boxes and things that I talked about earlier. But if you don't have any of those talents, you can make those adjustments for the mistakes that you make, and you just need to know what the sound is, and get it down, and that's it. Really, really simple. Think about the Apple logo, right? That's like the simplest logo in the world, right? So keep it simple, and you can actually make your own stuff. Get it out there on YouTube. Spread the word. Whatever. Make love songs, because they're really easy, obviously, for your hot lady, and make yourself feel better, man. That's what this channel's about, and I hope this was helpful. And if you have any other things, either GarageBand related or otherwise, let me know, and I'll get into it. I'm working on I fixed my car door, so there's a couple of tips and tricks on that are very helpful. So I'm gonna make that's probably not gonna be a live thing. That's just gonna be like a short little video clip that I put on there. But anyway, that's GarageBand, and that's a song. I'm probably gonna do some tweaking on it, and then post it later, or maybe I'll just post it as is and just put like a video together like I did the other ones, because I kind of like it. It came out pretty goddamn funny. So and it's pretty smooth. It's a song for sure. Not a good one, but it is a song. All right. Well, that's it from me, from the Mailman Podcast, your host, Dick Colin. And, as always, don't let your meat loaf.
Mailman Podcast coming to you. M-A-L-E man coming to you. Talking about Minister Phony Internet. If you don't like it, you can go to hell. Mailman Podcast coming to you. M-A-L-E